let's start. Hello guys, we are on our YouTube channel, Hi Montenegro. Today we are in Moides, in Montenegro country in Europe, somewhere in Balkans, and we have a special guest with us today. Here is Scott. Hi Scott.
Howdy.
Scott, maybe from the start, tell us a bit more about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from the United States, Pacific Northwest, Oregon in general. Grew up in Montana. I worked in the electronics industry for 30-some years and have retired and chose to come out and move to Montenegro. Sold everything in the United States and moved out here.
So how did you end up here? Have you heard about this country while you were living in the United States?
I'd taken a trip to Europe before, where I went to Croatia and Slovenia, and I was looking around trying to find the best places to retire. I traveled, I was taking my vacations and sabbatical from work. I went to Thailand, Malta, Costa Rica, and other potential retirement places to check them out. And Montenegro checked most of the boxes I had on my list of what was important to me.
So why you actually decide to choose this particular area? What was in Montenegro? Why actually here? If you can tell more a bit.
Because multiple factors. One of them being it's cheap, it's affordable. You can actually afford to retire here. The people are super friendly. I've enjoyed meeting people here. We came out here. We first met. We had 2 free meals the first 2 days we were in Montenegro from locals giving us free food. So
okay,
it was like, they don't hate Americans yet. That's good. It's close to a lot of other stuff in Europe. So part of my plan on retirement was to travel. There's lots of stuff to see in Montenegro. This area is beautiful. It's got mountains. It's got the ocean. I've got nature around me.
Loads of nature. We can see.
Yeah, loads of nature. I can, like I said, I can go travel to other parts of Europe, right?
So the location is important. This is nice located country,
Right, because there's other places that would be okay. I mean, there's some beautiful islands you can go to, but then you got to pay airfare from an island if you want to go back home, or you want to go to visit somebody, or to go visit Rome or something like that.
Yeah, and actually we have here very close, only 30-40 minutes drive, Dubrovnik Airport, which is accessible.
It's easy to get to the airport. I'm halfway in between Dubrovnik and Kotor, both UNESCO sites and beautiful walled cities. I love the history, all the old walled villages, and of course, being from the United States, we're castle free, so I like all the castles and fortresses and all of the things you don't have in the United States.
Yeah, that's probably something unique what we have here. Tell me, when it comes to the buying property, tell us a bit more how you bought this property, how you end up here in Moides, in this place where we are, because to say you bought around 4,000 square meters. We say in Europe it's easier for us in meters, and it was old stone ruins. Yes. So tell me how you end up here.
So we came out for our delayed honeymoon. We went to Budva and Kotor, and I'd been looking at properties online and stuff because like I said, part of my vacation and stuff, we were going to just kind of go look at a couple properties and see what Montenegro had to offer and what you got for your price. And the real estate agent we were working with showed us this place, kind of showed us what the low end was because it was a ruin. But she didn't realize is that I like old stone buildings. I like the old stone walls here. It's got a bunch of ancient terraces, ancient old roads, and basically donkey paths paved in stone. And all that appealed to me. It was overgrown, to say the least. It was more of a jungle, but I could see its potential. And so so we bought it while we were out here. So kind of a little bit crazy, but thought the price was right from what I'd been looking at online, and I liked the property, and I figured I could make a dream home here. And
So you bought a plot with ruins and you built your dream home. So could you tell us more about your journey? Like, okay, you bought it, and then what happens? Like, you can always mention, like, of course, a little of our help, like our agency, Hi Montenegro. So, like, tell us in steps how you get to
the first part is you gotta find people, right? Yeah, I found a lawyer online, so I made sure I did the process right, made sure the property was legalized and there wasn't going to be any issues with that. Found a good lawyer, and he helped with that. And he helped actually talk to the real estate agent. He's helped with the residency process and all that, which is what you require if you buy any bare land. And I have one piece of considered bare land because there was no house on it. And this property here that had the house on it, although it was a ruin. So going through and just finding people, finding a architect, finding, learning where to submit the plans, what plans to submit, what all the process of that. Going through, it's like any construction process is always stressful, whether it's in the United States or anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're building your own house, this is why a lot of people prefer just to go buy a pre-built house, because it's done. They get to see what it is. They might not know what's underneath the skin, but they get to see what it is. And so there's, always a little bit of stress of that. It takes time because there's communication back and forth, different time zones. Flew out a few times, worked on the property, signed paperwork, things like that. But you really do need somebody who can, you can trust to get all the paperwork in, all the planning documents in, go talk to the right people, get all the permits, just like anywhere, right? Almost anywhere, you got to get permits, you got to go through the things. Some things are a little simpler, but if you're not from here, it's a little bit, you don't even know which building to go to, right? And the websites, they have some English ones, but they're usually not as up to date as the Montenegro language ones. So you have to, navigate, and the navigation's a process. And it's like anywhere else. I mean, if you're going to move to a foreign country, you need to learn to roll with it, as I say, right? Things are going to be different, right? So you got to learn how to adapt and just, move with the flow.
True.
Montenegro's a small country, so there's a lot of word of mouth. So a lot of people get hired by word of mouth, and things get done because you know somebody or trust somebody to do them.
Okay. So you trust some people, as you said. So that was a good lawyer. Tell me, what was the biggest challenge during between like you bought and then when you start the construction? How you overcome some challenges here and?
I guess the biggest challenge would be to get people. So even having local contacts like you who can, know some people, and, the builder you put me in contact with, right? Local here, he knows a lot of people. That helped. But getting people, getting things to move forward, getting people to follow through and come out when they say, and this is something I know from, United States is also a problem. Right, because you have,
even if it's the same language, communication still is a problem, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that, and just people overbook sometimes, right? And they can't get out. And there's a lot of building and construction going on in Montenegro now, so it is making a shortage of supply for good quality workers. So like the worker you gave us to do some of the stonework on the outside here, right? Getting somebody who's quality can be difficult, and that was one of my challenges. I'm very particular. I know what I want, and I know how I want it, and I know enough about building and construction to know how things should be done and shouldn't be done.
Yeah, I remember sometimes, especially you were pushing and pressing on some things how they should be done. Then for some people can be here a challenge to understand that someone like their own idea and like design or something, and they just want to do their own way. And then some of Montenegrins, they will tell you, yeah, maybe we do it our way because it's easier or it's better. And so, yeah, it can be a struggle to say, hey, this is the project, yeah?
Yeah,
do it
this is
this
the
way.
project. I want it done this way.
Yeah.
You know, this is what's in my plans. I want it done this way, right? You know. Oh, it's no problem. I actually kind of hate that saying now because
Yeah, here is everything is no problem, and it's Polaco, so it's okay. Tranquilo, amigo. Yeah.
Somebody tells you that's not a problem, it's probably going to be a problem,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we
It's
know.
no problem. The
know
government
it.
will just approve that. And you find out later on, no, they won't just approve that. You know, things like that, and you know. And things was like, no problem. You don't need to worry about that. It'll work out. It's like, no, I want this done. I know how I need it done. I have plans. There's done a reason for the plans.
Yeah.
Get it done. Yeah.
Why we have plans? Yeah. Why we need.
So there's some struggles. It is definitely a challenge. But like I said, it's one of those things that you'd be challenging with in a lot of countries, right? Montenegro can be a little bit more laid back because they don't have the massive inspections like they do in the United States, where you have a government employee coming out and inspecting, but you also then don't have to, finish something halfway, have it inspected, wait 4 days for an inspector, then finish it all the way, then wait for the inspector to come back out, then finish it.
Yeah.
For 4 days,
I
and
got
then start up with another one. Right, every little segment's inspected. Which also means that the responsibility is on you and who you have in order to build it correctly.
So anyway, in the end, you enjoyed the process, yeah? It was.
I don't know about enjoyed. I enjoy building a house. I enjoy seeing things get done and having things getting finished. And I definitely enjoy the end product. It's very relaxing here. And it's not everything's exactly the way I wanted them, but close enough. And being able to have the house built the way I want it, and the layout I want, means that.
So 90 some percent, it meets your expectation.
Yeah.
So it's approved.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And it's like I said, there's some things you just got to roll with, But even in the United States, I've lived in brand new houses, and there's things in brand new houses. I think like right before I left, I rented a house, and I'm looking at this house, and it's a nice house, expensive house, big house, nice, brand new. We moved into it, it was brand new. And I'm like, why did they put the lights in the bathroom there? They had a double sink bathroom with this big mirror and one light in the middle. It's like I can shave one side of my face, or I can shave the other side of my face, move to the other. But I can't do both at the same time, And it's just little things like that. And that's the United States, right? I mean, that's an expensive house that, you would expect that someone would have taken the time to think it through, but that doesn't always happen unless you do it yourself.
I think in every country we have some maestro engineers or architects which make projects their own way. Here we love this example when you have a new construction project apartment and you have a window from your bathroom to corridor. So just in case you want to say to your neighbors, hey, I'm having a shower, right? So it can happen even here. Okay, so tell me maybe something more about life in Montenegro. How do you like living here in this beautiful country?
We love it. It's laid back. People are friendly, like I said, for the most part. We enjoy being able to be 15 minutes away from the beach and the boardwalk, so we can go walk along the promenade, right? Local promenade's like 8 miles long. Plenty to go see and do. We enjoy doing little side trips, and we try to make a fun of everything. If we have to drive the 2.5 hours to the capital for paperwork, we stop and visit something on the way back.
Smart.
Right? It's like, oh, there's this reservoir off to the side that's, we'll go visit this reservoir as part of the trip. Right? Oh, we'll swing a little ways out of the way, stop in Riza in the Kotor Bay and sit on the bay and have
grab
breakfast.
some dinner,
Have breakfast, right?
Lovely.
have some breakfast, or lunch or whatever, and enjoy a coffee on the water and watch the cruise ships go by and all the the beautiful scenery. Or we'll go see a cave or just some new church or something we haven't seen before. Lots of little tiny things you can do.
Yeah, I fully understand. Sometimes we have some parts of, as an agency, who are selling or doing some things here. We also sometimes have to do another part of Montenegro. So we like to combine with some nature trip or even sport activity sometimes. So actually you can, on your way, you can find something to do and to match it together. Tell me, what do you enjoy the most here about life?
I enjoy being retired.
Except living with your life. Except living here with your wife. That's quite obvious, right?
Obviously the most nice part. I'm not saying that just because she'd hurt me if I didn't.
We can cut it, just no issue. Just tell us if it's needed. And
I like it. It's peaceful where we're at. I love the scenery. I love being able to look out to the ocean, look up at the mountains. And even in the winter, just like sitting out here watching some of the clouds roll by off the hills and the mountains and the mist going through with thunder and lightning storms when they happen. Right? I love it. It's not raining all the time like Portland, Oregon is. So. I love that fact, right? Less rain, more fun. I just love the going around seeing stuff, right? And being able to, decide, okay, well, we have a fun day here. We're going to go visit a castle. We're going to go hit the mountains, go up to see the Terra River Canyon and beautiful rivers, or the bioforest, or just go find a new castle that we haven't seen yet, or some old little village that we haven't gone to yet. Look at all the stone, we'll just meander through get lost or whatever.
So you mentioned many times castles and architecture, so I assume there are some things which are not here and they are United States, so maybe you can tell us what differences you see between Montenegro and the United States, like in a few words. What comes to your mind first? Like,
you don't see fortresses driving to the hardware store.
Okay, that's cool. So you're going to buy grocery and you have like, wow, it's castle or some nice stone church, right?
Right. Right. All the old stone buildings, right? That's one of the things, right? The stone villages, the stone buildings, the terraces, the Mediterranean, right, environment with the olive orchards and the pomegranates and all the fruit trees. That's, different and neat, but just like, seeing a lot of the old stuff, right? The people who grew up here, they're like, yeah, it's just an old stone building. We've seen lots of those.
Yeah, for them it's like skyscrapers, I guess.
Yeah,
in
New York.
States.
Oh yeah, it's just a big tall building.
It's just like 100-floor building.
Right, yeah, it's like no big deal, right?
Yeah.
Right, so that's one thing. Being American, and I didn't actually get to Europe until I was in my 30s for the first time, late 30s, I think it was. So, having never seen castles until my 30s, done lots of reading, read about them, watched all the movies, right? To actually go see things like that, go see the old villages.
Robin Hood.
History.
There is in the castle, yeah?
Yeah, Robin Hood, all the British movies. Any of those. And there's lots of history around. Lots of things to see.
Any similarities you see between United States and here? What?
You still got your grocery stores, you still got your hardware stores, you still got your nurseries. Sometimes, the products are different, but
but you find yourself here what you need.
Yeah, you drive on the right-hand side of the road, that's good. But, people are people everywhere. Your government still may take forever. The office may be open only part of the day, right? paperwork made. They'll get it done when they get it done. That's government. There's
administration.
There's a line at the DMV. Whoo, surprise! Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of similarities. There's differences too. Main difference is not as much stuff online. A lot more going in person and talking to people and doing things. A little harder to get specialty items. I should say, it can be quite a bit harder to get specialty items, but generally you can still get stuff ordered. You can still have stuff show up at your front door. Might take you a little bit of figuring out how to do that and what to put in there, and you're like, I don't actually have a house number. How do I get them to find me?
You need to get in touch with a local postman. You can exchange number, which is nice. Sometimes he asks, hey, is it yours? We don't have here a particular number, but somehow it works. We have a neighbor. Most of the letters sometimes goes to him, and he calls us directly.
Know your neighbors.
Yeah.
Because if your neighbors know who you are, and they know your name, then when they come out looking for your house, they'll ask your neighbor, and your neighbor will say, oh, that's that house over there.
Yeah, maybe it's some advantages, like if someone search for you, maybe you don't want him to find you.
They're not going to find you out here, that's right.
maybe it's
every guy has trouble finding me.
Yeah, maybe
after the third time, they're like, we don't need you need me to send me a pin anymore. Okay,
you can go wild here, right?
I know you are.
Yeah.
Kind of does actually remind me of like Montana.
Most Wanted, the guy from Oregon.
Yeah, I remember Montana one time getting a letter addressed to me. It just said, Scott, Olson in, Huntley, Montana, boom. And there, and it got delivered to me. No actual address on it, just, because they knew where we lived, basically.
Cool.
Smaller town.
Tell me, when we talked before, you said you have kids. How they feel about Montenegro? And lately they were here, and do they enjoy visiting you?
My sister came out. My daughter was here before the house was done. She enjoyed it. She enjoyed seeing the scenery. Our son's been out, helped us on the property. He enjoyed it. He enjoys it. Niece came out. She loved it. Just got to see a lot of the scenery and the stuff. My sister came out and stayed with us here in the new house with her family and nieces and nephews, and they loved it. They'll probably be back because, there's lots to see to do here. They were very tired.
I'll be back 100% if I have this beautiful new stone villa in middle of technically nowhere, but very close to everywhere.
It's not nowhere.
I'm saying it's a very wide place, but 10-15 minutes drive. You have city center, old town, a beach, border is very close, but you have a quite big property. You end up here with a nice small ranch. Is too much to say because for us 100 meters is for you like 1 meter, I guess, in United States.
So when it count as a ranch, but it is over an acre United States, so in U.S. terms. And that's about the right size for most people. Enough to do stuff on, but not so much that you get overwhelmed doing things on it. You can't keep mostly maintained. So
I see you bought little toys behind us. Maybe later we grab a video. You bought a little excavator, so
I bought an excavator so I could put in some more terraces where I'm going to put the pool and move some of these big rocks around here, fix things up.
He likes rocks.
Lots of rocks.
Lots of rocks.
You can see why they built everything with stone. But, when God gives you stone, make walls. That's what I say. So we got lots of, I love the old stone walls. A lot of the, there's dry stack stone walls here that are, I don't even know how old. I mean, they're at least 200 years old and from the maps, but they could be thousands of years old. You don't know.
First civilization, they were here few centuries before crisis, and they were coming one civilization and after, Montenegrins here. But what I've been told, they are around 400. At least our neighbor, he's from 1600 something here. So these houses were somewhere here built close to. So they can be quite old.
And it's, like I said, it's hard to tell. I mean, there's been people living here. I mean, down at the bottom of the valley, there's an old Roman, basically way station on the old Roman road that went through the bottom of the valley.
Yeah, because you're cleaning these old paths, roads between villages and houses.
Yeah. So I like it. It's cool. It's interesting. It's not something that you see in the United States. The only place you'd see it in the United States is where someone's tried to recreate the look and feel of it. You know, just to make it feel like that. So, but the nice thing too about Montenegro is like, if you want to get modern, right? If I want to go have a big $5, $6 mocha instead of the cheap local coffee, I can go to Porto Novi, right?
Yeah.
Or Porto Montenegro, and go buy a Gucci handbag in their local store for however many thousands those things cost.
Yeah. So
and get my $5, $6 mocha while I'm sitting and looking at the multi-million-dollar yachts on the waterfront, and have it all be look like some place that you would have in a really fancy place in America, right? You still got the shopping malls, right? So you're not throwing away everything as far as that goes. It's not like you're living out in the middle of the woods. If you want to get a little bit back to the more high class, you could do that too. It's not far.
So there is loads of options actually on a very small area. You can be in many places, mountains, everywhere actually.
Oh yeah, go up to the mountains, a short drive away, go up the hills, and there's a nice nature hike where you can pretty much walk out by yourself for a beautiful mountain meadow with huge mountains surrounding you, and watch foxes run through the fields, and just sit and relax and have a picnic. Just look at the views. Right, and then 10 minutes away is the ocean. You go down, sit on the beach, go swim, take a boat out to the Blue Cave, whatever you want to do.
That's true. Actually, that was also one of the reasons why I came here. It was this combination of diversity of country, sites, and then very close, everything. Tell me, do you consider Montenegro as a safe country to live?
Absolutely. My wife was a little nervous when we first moved here, just being...
But she's nervous about you, not like about it being here.
She's nervous about everything because she hadn't traveled as much as I had. And within a little bit of being here, she was going for walks at 4:30 in the morning on the promenade. Right, 5 in the morning, going for walks along the beach by herself, and felt comfortable. Right. Crime is really low here. It's we feel comfortable. I mean, you first go travel someplace, especially if you're a tourist, and you just kind of stand out as a tourist. You're the ones that's always going like this, your head up here, looking at everything. But it was good to be the tourist sometimes. You're like, okay, I got to make sure my wallet's locked up and all this other stuff. And then after a bit of being here, we're like, yeah, that was probably way overkill.
My relatives or friends coming here, they have sometimes same like, hey, did we lock the car, or hey, did I said, no, you don't have to. I live here many years, and I don't lock my car, or I don't lock my home. You
can kind of tell when you drive away from the house, like, did we lock the house? No, I don't think we did. Oh, well, we're already 100 feet away.
Yeah.
No sense turning around now.
It's no, that's why it's no.
But yeah, I feel safe here. I don't feel like there's even close to the problems I had in the United States. Right? And honestly, that's, one of the reasons we moved here too. Is just, the move period, I should say, is actually just the United States, the crime. If you don't see all the craziness that's going on here. Yeah. They keep it unchecked. Smaller country. Everybody knows everybody. I like going on down the waterfront and watching the families go by. Right? Teenagers, you see a group of teenagers, you're not going, okay, are these guys going to start causing troubles like, would have to worry about sometimes in the United States? Like, no, they're all well behaved. Talk to you nicely, The 12-year-olds still act like 12-year-olds, jumping all over things and being crazy, but that's normal. 12-year-old boys are 12-year-old boys anywhere.
Yes, true.
So, but yeah, I mean, we've noticed a big difference in that as far as like, you know, where we go and how we go there. And so we feel really safe. I mean, no places, obviously, there's always bad people everywhere.
True.
But in general, right, we don't have that worry of, you know, personal safety. Right. We'll still lock the car, especially during summer season at the beach, right, when you're in a big parking lot. But not necessarily worry about.
Old habit.
Yeah, and yeah, and it's like he's saying the United States keeps the honest people honest. But the United States was getting so bad that even if you locked your car, it didn't matter. They just break the window out.
Yeah. Maybe
So-
better to don't lock. Less repairs later.
In some areas, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, I lived more in the countryside, so we didn't have that big of a problem. But yeah, when you went to the big city, you couldn't leave anything that looked valuable in the car. Or you're in trouble here, it probably wouldn't be a problem. I mean, I always try to use common sense. And he said old habits die hard, so we may be overly cautious on some stuff, but
So, what's your plans? You planning to stay here at least few years, retire, and
currently the plan is to die here. So
the plan is to live here until as long as he can.
and then die here. Okay.
we need to. Yeah, I know. I got it.
Hopefully, no time soon, but
Yeah.
only not
So,
in the next 2 hours. But yeah.
you might wait long to die, or you can live long actually, because here is it's like in Mediterranean actually. It's longevity during to the walks, hikes, good quality of the food,
Oh, yeah.
the air.
Lots of weight being here.
The social part, the safety, I think it's also less stress for you, and you feel better once. I remember, like, since you came here till now, like, you.
Well, my house is done, so that makes sense.
Hey, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I don't have to worry about my wife going, "Where's my house? Where's my house?"
yeah. Hey, happy wife, happy life.
yeah.
Yes. So you reach your goal. Okay, yeah, I think for today, thank you so much for your time. We're gonna make a few rounds around the house to show how it end up, and thank you guys for watching us. And then we're gonna have a series with people who end up in Montenegro and who move their life here, job or businesses, and they are enjoying together with us in growing community of foreigners coming here and living Dolce Vita, or we create actually different word. I need to write it somewhere. We have Czarno Góring, Czarno Gora, it's Montenegro, so it's similar to Dolce Vita. Is this laid-back style of life during relations, socialize, and even in working mode. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello guys.
Very
Dobra.
nice interview, I have to say. Bravo.
Very nice, relax.